Hey fam, what's going on? Yeah, we're up in here. We're up in here. What's happening? Yes. All right. Got a great topic for you today. A little product placement here. Fam, don't forget to don't forget to go to my website www.ph7-1.com. That's www.ph7-1.com, which will be listed um, in the info below. Um, to donate or to purchase a product for my pH 7-7.1 laboratory fund. Yes, fam, let's make the dream come true with this laboratory fund. Um, Hit the donation button on my website, www.ph7-1.com. Make a donation to my lab fund project. Yes, fam, so that we can create the best natural healing in a beautiful setting. My project is a very ambitious one. Um, I'm looking to erect a laboratory with a dual purpose. On one side of the business will be natural healing with therapy, like the hyperbaric chamber therapy, massage therapy, thermal water therapy, and of course, my over the top formulas will be implemented to heal your body naturally in the shortest time possible. Yes, fam. Yes. So let's make this happen, fam. Let's make it pop off. So the healing, so this laboratory, we're gonna have our own production, processing. We'll grow our own herbs from a organic standpoint. On the other side of the business, it will be a food manufacturing. We will make products like coconut oil, lavender oil, olive oil, hemp seeds, um, tomato products, pancake products, natural, of course. Um, like spelt flour, certain type sweeteners like your agave, coconut sugar, certain spices and sauces like jerk seasoning, the best. Gonna make the best Jamaican type jerk seasoning. Just incredible products that people use and that are necessary. Yes, fam. Help me with this project. Let's make this thing happen. All right. So um, we got the beautiful sounds here of Ninth Wonder. No, I do not own the rights to this music. Okay. Please support my products. Um, I use the Afro Bio Mineral Balance as my philosophy on healing. Basically, we're healing from an African perspective. So there is no side effects with our healing. Now, as you can see, this is one of our most popular products, our Iron Lion, our blood cleanser, puts oxygen into the blood so that the cells can repair itself. More oxygen. Okay, so fam, www.ph7-1.com. All my formulas are iron based. Why iron based? Because iron is the most important mineral. Little did you know, iron is the most important mineral. Why? Because iron is the only magnetic mineral, and it magnetizes all the other minerals so that they can work efficiently. Lack of iron in the body will bring the manifest into today is our connection. What we're going to go in today too. Sorry, fam, for the internet. Internet's janky today. What we're going to go into today is a very frequently asked question. And how much minerals should we ingest daily? All right. Let's deal with this. Okay. This question there's a few ways to answer this question. Well, okay, here it is. It's important to know that the world that we live in today, the foods we're living an acid-based diet. We're eating acids. Pretty much every restaurant you go to, what type of food is they serving? It's acid-based. We're eating hybrid foods, GMO foods, acid-based foods. Acid is another, are like those little dots. And the acid is a Pac-Man. So the Pac-Man is to eat away at your cells. So what we need to do to fix this problem, here is the first part of the answer. You need to build up the iron levels in your body. And it has to come from the plant kingdom. So we take a plant-based iron substance. We need for the first 10 days to build up the iron levels. We need 10 days to build up the iron level. We need to build a reservoir. We need to build a reservoir up in your system. So we're going to have to take large dosages. But while we're taking the large dosages and your energy level, you start to ascend, because we're now putting in large amounts of iron in our body. So the resonance and the oxygen levels rising in your body. You can't be eating more acid food, because acid and iron are enemies. Acid eats down iron. So we have to bring down our acid level while we're raising our iron levels. Very important to know. Very, very important to know. Acid and iron are enemies. Acid will eat iron. So this is why during my therapy, we have to reduce, try to flush out as much of that acid out of the body. So that way we can raise the iron levels correctly. So for the first 10 days, we need to take large dosages of iron as a chief mineral, because iron is the king of the mineral kingdom. So the first few days, you're going to start to see your energy level starts to really escalate, because the reservoir is being built up. as it gets starts to get built up, your energy level starts to increase. But we have to be diligent with that. We have to get to our 10-day reservoir building level. How much iron are we talking about? How much minerals are we talking about? We're going to need to take 75,000, well over 70,000 milligrams per day in order to get that level up, to build that reservoir. But you might say, that sounds like a lot. It really isn't. Why? Because you're operating off of ignorance, and this is not something that is taught in schools, and it's not taught in our society. The body is made of minerals. When you look biochemistry into the body, you don't see protein, you see minerals. Minerals, that's right. And those minerals must come from the plant kingdom. So we need to get well over 70,000 milligrams per day in order to build that level up. Okay. So once we get to that 10-day period, now what we have to do, we need to maintain. We're in a maintenance phase now. Now, once we get up to that maintenance phase, we want to drop it off now to where we're taking about 3 to 4,000 milligrams per day for maintenance. But again, you cannot go back to start eating the acid foods again, because then they'll start to bring that reservoir level back down again. And we start to lose energy, and our immune system starts to diminish. We need, while we're building our reservoir, to eat alkaline foods. And after we get to our level, our reservoir being built up, we need to stay on eating alkaline foods, because alkalinity is divinity. The body needs alkalinity. The body thrives off of alkalinity, and the body needs alkalinity. Acid denotes cell degeneration. So we need to go on to a maintenance phase, where now we're taking 3 to 4,000 milligrams, and I'd probably maybe even go even a little bit higher these days, because now the world, we are living in the most extreme radioactive time on our planet with this 5G. So 5G is going to denature cells. So we need to be on fleek with our minerals. Now, I use iron as the hallmark, because iron, again, is the king of all minerals. If you don't have enough iron in your body, I'm going to drill this home to you, that your immune system be compromised, and you're not going to get off the ground, because, as I mentioned before, iron magnetizes all the other minerals so that other minerals can work more efficiently. Am I saying, is it just iron? No. What I'm saying, iron is the chief mineral. Yes, you need your magnesium, phosphorus, copper, potassium, all that. You need those minerals too. Yes, they are very, very important. But I use iron again as the centerpiece because that's what it really is. So just so you might be confused. Say, is it just iron? No, no. You need other minerals too, but you need the iron. It has to be the chief component in your mineral in raising the level, the resonance of your body. Now, what are some examples of iron? I always like to go to the sarsaparilla because the sarsaparilla is has the highest concentration of iron. In the plant kingdom, the sarsaparilla is contains the highest concentration of iron. The pH level is around 9.8, 9.9 for sarsaparilla. And then, of course, we have burdock is another one of my favorite. What I love about these two types of herbs is that they're not bitter. Not that I have anything against bitter, because bitter serves a major function in regards to blood cleansing. Bitter is better, and they serve a purpose. But I'm just giving you two examples, and these are two of the highest pH level herbs. And these two herbs also give you the most energy. These are energy herbs. These light you up like quick, especially that sarsaparilla. I mean, it goes to work very, very quickly. It was one of Dr. Sebi's favorite herbs, and I totally understand why. It makes perfect sense, you know. But when you take these herbs, again, to clear some of the confusion, you're not just getting iron, you're getting other minerals in there too. And as a result, you're getting other results, not just blood cleansing. You know, you're getting your hormone function, your liver, your kidney, you're getting all that cleansed all at the same time. That's the beauty of Mother Nature. Mother Nature just doesn't make a herb that will just give you one benefit. It gives you multiple benefits. And these are the premise that I work off of. We have to use multiple minerals of the highest pH levels to give you the most efficient form of healing. Sort of like putting 300 people to clean a 20-room mansion. Imagine that. Versus one person. It's going to be spotless having those 300 people in there. That would be a good way to paint a picture of how my formulas work. And the same for the late, great Dr. Sebi. We have to combine our herbs. We don't depend on one herb, because one herb is not going to heal you. You need multiple different herbs, because what one herb does, another one will not do, and vice versa. So for maintenance, we have to build up to maintenance. You cannot go into maintenance phase if you're already at a deficit. Well, how do I know I'm at a deficit? It's very, very easy. Just look at what you've been eating. Look at what you've been eating. That's how you know. And you can trace that back for decades. And this is why when patients come to me, I already know the story. I know why you're in the situation you're in. It's the food you've been eating. You show me the food that you've been eating, and I'll show you the disease. We have many different types of diseases, and based on the food that you eat is going to determine the disease. So we look at certain foods produce a certain type of acid, which will produce a certain type of disease. Carbonic acid is going to eat away your central nervous system. It's going to stifle the oxygen out of your blood. Glycerinic acid going to eat up your joints. It's going to destroy the brain. Uric acid, it's going to give you gout. You get that from meats and things like celery. Why? Because these are hybrid substances. They're hybrid substances. So we got your glycerinic acid, uric acid, carbonic acid. Oh man, acid is going to eat up your body. So like I said, depending on the acid, it's going to determine the disease. Now we have the acid that we get from milk, which is lactic acid. Wow. Back in my days, long time ago, during the milk consumption days, you get lactic acid too from meats too, like red meat. Man, used to cramp up, boy, cramp up. Dairy products is going to give you lactic acid. Dairy product is also a big contributor to cancers. It clogs your system. Why are you still drinking dairy? Why are you believing the bullshit when you have so many other options? You can drink coconut milk. You want to drink milk still? Just plant-based coconut milk, hemp milk, walnut milk, Brazil nut milk. You can make those yourself. And they're economical. And they're going to give you a benefit. You're going to win-win. But depending on the foods that you eat is going to determine the type of acid you're going to get, which is going to determine the disease that you're going to get. So it's very, very important that acid and iron are enemies. Acid eats iron. And when I say iron, I'm talking about minerals. So in order to make sure that we're taking the right amounts of minerals, we have to go very, very high for a particular period of time. Like I said, the 10-day period. Treat your body like that. Do not start off at the stage of maintenance. You are nowhere near. Your iron levels are nowhere near where it should be, because when your iron levels is correct, you'll never get sick. Your immune system is at its height. Your immune system is now gangsta. It's all about building up that reservoir. So start your body. Start from the position you're at a deficit, because you are at a deficit. And don't come to me, oh man, wow man, that sounds crazy, that's too much. No. You are taking iron, a mineral from the plant kingdom. Your body will only take what it needs, and it will expel the rest. You will not OD on it. Your body will only take what it needs, and it will expel the rest via pee it out or poop it out. I have never seen someone on this planet ever that has died of mineral overdose, or in this case, iron. I use iron because I use that as that's the king of the mineral world, because it comes from a plant base. Now, an oxide, which is from a rock, that's a different story. That's not for a body. That's for industrialization, for building things, making swords, furniture, railroads, bridges, trucks. Yes, that's from an oxide. Your body cannot absorb, it's not made to absorb oxide. It's made to absorb phosphates, which is plant-based. So once you build that reservoir, you now can go into a maintenance phase. And I want to reiterate, during this time that we're in on this planet, you have to be diligent with your health. So your mineral balance must be very, very tight and very consistent. Whenever you feel your energy starts to drop off, that tells you right there that, you know what, your mineral balance is low. So we should take large doses of iron, over 70,000 milligrams for the first 10 days. So we take 70,000 one day, 70,000, over 70,000 another day, 70,000, 70,000. You're gonna know. Like I said, use that 10 days. That level is up now. Oh man, we're feeling good. We're not falling asleep. We're not getting that I call that dip in the afternoon. We're not getting that dip anymore. Why? Because we got lots of oxygen in the blood now. The cells are firing in all cylinders now. Your age is being reversed. Your skin starts to tonify. You have that glow. Your hair starts to grow faster. Your nails start to grow faster. These are some of the first signs to know that you're going in the right direction and that your energy level starts to spike. That's when you know you're going in the right direction. But during this time, it's very important to know that you need to drink a lot of water. So you need to drink about 1 gallon of water a day. And preferably, we try to drink mineral water, spring water. Be careful with some of these alkalized waters, because they can destroy your kidney because of the chemicals that they use to get the water to that alkaline level, which a lot of you are not aware of. So your mineral balance, you need to be very tight with that. Now, besides iron, what other minerals should I be taking during this time? You should be getting bromides, iodides. Well, where do you get bromides and iodides from? You get that from the sea moss, and you get that from the bladderwrack. When you combine them, it's called bromides. Bladderwrack and sea moss, or Irish moss. That's excellent for the bones. That's 102 minerals. You need to take large doses of that too. Because the sea moss, or the bromides in this case, sea moss and bladderwrack, The clinical name for it, sea moss, is Crundus crypsis, and the bladderwrack is called fucus, not focus, fucus, Fucus. Um, and that is going to give you the overall mineral balance, 102 minerals. That's what the body's comprised of. That's the amount of minerals that your body needs per day. So you should take, like I said, during this time we're living in, I would say take minimum 2 servings of bromides a day. Take the equivalent of a tablespoon of the sea moss and a tablespoon of the bladderwrack. Or excuse me, take 2 tablespoons of the sea moss. If you make it raw, take 2 tablespoons of the gel and take 2 tablespoons of the bladderwrack. You try to combine them together, put them together, take them together. You can take it too with the iron, with whatever form of iron that you take. You can mix them or you can do them separate, but do 2 servings minimum of the bromide, the sea moss and bladderwrack. And for the iron, like I said, the first 10 days, you need to take over 70,000 milligrams. Now you're saying, well, do I take all 70,000 milligrams at one time? No, what you can do, if you do, but what you can do is this. Break it down in 3 parts. Do a serving in the morning, 1 serving around lunchtime, and then another later on in the evening. So break it up in 3 parts. You can break it up in 4 parts, so it's up to you. Liquid form is good. Pros and cons. When you take the liquid, of course, it goes to your bloodstream a lot faster. Goes to your bloodstream, bam. But it doesn't stay in your system as long. Versus when you take powder or capsules, the upload will take a little longer, but it will stay in your system longer, and you're getting fiber. So that's the difference between the two. I mean, you're going to win either way, but I treat my patients, I do a combination. It's primarily capsules, because, some people, they hate the taste, bitter. So we have the capsules, that's 750 milligram capsules serving, and also have tinctures too. But those are your 2 ways of taking it, liquid or capsule. If you want to take the guesswork out of it, you just take my formulas. And like I said, it's going to, like that. It's going to take off. And it's going to give you everything that you need without guessing. That's what I recommend, the best way to go. But for some of you who are not able to afford it, I can give you good advice on, some herbs that you can take and to get you situated. Most people who live in the tropics, especially, usually are not far away from at least 5 or 6 different herbs that they can take. I mean, you see a lot of papaya trees around. You see a lot of these herbs that are around. Many people, of course, a lot of people can't identify them, but some of them are very identifiable. Papaya tree is very easily identifiable. That's a good herb, actually. The leaf of the papaya, the meat of the papaya too is great for digestion, and the seeds is also amazing for the digestive system, but also great too for killing parasites. I'm going to go into that in another video in regards to the the benefit of the papaya tree. But just to give an example, you see a lot of papaya trees around, especially if you live in the tropics. It's plentiful. The leaf right there, that's one herb. You have another stinging nettle, you know. You have dandelion. You have what we call circe in Jamaica, or balsamino in Spanish. It's another bitter herb. Usually have that growing all over the place because when the wind blows, it blows everywhere, and it usually grows on the fence, and it has a yellow, orangey, very small fruit on it. That's a great herb too for cleaning the blood and get your iron levels up. And of course, you got soursop trees. You got a lot of those around. So you got all of that. I mean, just to name a few, that are very very accessible generally when you live in the tropics. So start off, like I say, start off your body. You're at a deficit. Take large amounts, huge dosages, and don't you dare put sugar. If you're making any type of iron concoction, don't you dare put any processed sugar in your liquid mixture, because then you're adulterating it. You're better off putting nothing than to do not put sugar. Sugar adulterates what you're trying to do. Do not put any sugars. So this is something that we're going to talk more about in the future in regards to taking the right amount of minerals. Minerals is what it's all about. That's where the party's at. The minerals. The chief mineral, again, is iron. I'm going to drill this into your head a million times. Iron. Iron. Iron is the king of the mineral world. Without it, 40 manifestations of diseases. So we need to get iron. And we need to take large doses of it to get our levels up. And then we need to do our maintenance. And we do that forever. Man, you stay on that. Wow. You're going to stay healthy. You're going to be feeling good. You're going to have your consciousness. But of course, this all has to be in alignment with eating alkaline foods. No, you're not going to eat your fried chicken and your pork chops and your T-bone steak and your lamb chops with your mashed potatoes and expect to have the results. No, that's poison. Nowadays, we have more information than ever. There's no reason why people should be sick these days, because there's so much information out here in regards to staying healthy and eating alkaline substances. Yes, I understand. I do understand that they make alkaline substances, a lot of products expensive, like agave, coconut sugar, walnut sugar, spelt flour, but there's still a lot of options. There's a lot of options that are inexpensive, especially again if you live in the tropics. I will be here to educate you on this. We're gonna go into all those other subjects, and we're gonna go through them. And once we get to the end, we're gonna make a circle back, because we know people's memories are short, and we live for our taste buds. Pam, I want to give a big shout out to a particular chef. Love this brother. His name is Ty's Conscious Kitchen. Check out his website or check out his YouTube channel, Ty's Conscious Kitchen. He has a plethora of healthy and over-the-top delicious recipes, how to eat plant-based, alkaline, to where you win. They have channels. He has an arsenal of recipes. Go check him out, fam. So, because we live for flavor. He has the flavor. It's all in your seasonings. I cook too. I'm going to be putting out some recipes here and there for you. But this brother specializes in that. And I have no problem sharing him. And I feel quite honored to be sharing him because he and, there's quite a few others put out good information that people can live an alkaline life where you win. You get your flavor and you get your nutrition, you get your healing. How great is that? So, fam, I want to thank you. If you have any questions, hit me up. www.ph7-1.com, or you can always you can go to my Facebook, ph7.1. That's ph7.1, or Gary Calendar. Link me, hit me up with your questions. You'll have questions, and that's a beautiful thing because that's how you take the steps towards wisdom, by seeking knowledge. Help me, fam. Again, support my campaign. Hit that donate button on my website, www.ph7-1.com, to purchase your over-the-top products of my Iron Lion Mucus Eraser, Azania, Cardio Electra, Brain X, Lily of the Valley, my Bromide Max, and all these amazing products to give you healing at the highest level. Fam, you're the best. Go support your boy. We out.